New York City. What a special place and a special port.
Sobrang di ko pa mapaniwala. Maraming sa...
Sharapova's stunning secret gift to Alex has triggered an emotional chain reaction that has changed everything. Welcome back to 10X, your go-to place for the most intense, surprising, and unforgettable stories in the sport. If you believed the build-up to the 2026 Australian Open was only about standard practice sessions and routine media talk, think again, because what we're about to uncover will leave you speechless. Right now, we're following a rapidly developing story that has sent shockwaves through the tennis world. It involves a legendary Russian champion, a rising Filipino star, and a private exchange so meaningful that insiders say it left them stunned and rival players uneasy. At the heart of it all are Maria Sharapova and the meteoric rise of Alexandra Eala, the pride of the Philippines and currently one of the hottest young talents on the WTA Tour. Just hours ago, reports began pouring in about a powerful behind-the-scenes moment that may have permanently shifted the balance of women's tennis. Maria Sharapova, five-time Grand Slam champion, former world number one, and one of the fiercest competitors the sport has ever seen, has reportedly broken her silence on Eala in the most dramatic and unexpected way imaginable. This was not a polite nod or a generic social media compliment. According to sources close to the situation, Sharapova delivered what many are calling an emotional outpouring of praise, something rarely seen from the famously reserved ice queen of tennis. Insiders claim Sharapova said, "Eala is the best young talent I've ever seen." Let that settle in. This is the same woman who went toe-to-toe with Serena Williams in historic finals, won Wimbledon at just 17 years old, and completed a career Grand Slam. For Sharapova to single out Alexandra Eala as truly special speaks volumes. She reportedly praised Eala's clean technique, elite court awareness, and relentless determination, qualities Sharapova believes are increasingly rare in today's game. But the story doesn't stop there. A new headline spreading rapidly through the locker rooms at Melbourne Park has taken things to another level. Players, coaches, and fans alike are buzzing about a deeply personal and potentially priceless secret gift that Sharapova is said to have personally handed to Eala during a private moment witnessed by only a few people. This was not a routine racket deal or sponsorship gesture. According to those familiar with the exchange, the gift was symbolic, emotional, and powerful, a true passing of the torch moment that could redefine Eala's career. What exactly was inside that box? What private words did Sharapova whisper to her chosen successor? And how might that emotional boost fuel Eala as she approaches what could be the most important week of her life? Stay with us because we're breaking down every angle of this extraordinary moment, analyzing Eala's rapid rise, exploring her deep connection with Sharapova, and previewing the grudge match of the century set to unfold at the ASB Classic. To understand why this moment feels so monumental and why it matters for the future of women's tennis, we need to look back at the history, the bond, and the sense of destiny now taking shape before our eyes. For years, Alex Eala has openly spoken about her idol. While many young players grew up modeling their games after Roger Federer, Rafael Nadal, or Novak Djokovic, Eala built her tennis identity around Maria Sharapova. The intensity, the grit, the famous grunt, the refusal to give up a single point, the cold stare that could unsettle opponents before the first serve was struck.
New York City. What a special place and a
reborn in the body and spirit of Alexandra Eala. Sharapova stepping forward just days before the 2026 Australian Open, precisely as Eala enters the tournament at a career-high ranking, is no accident. This moment feels like a coronation. The tennis world has been searching for its next global star, and Sharapova appears to have made her choice. The whispered rumors about the secret gift only deepen the mystique around Eala's Australian Open campaign. Was it memorabilia from Sharapova's legendary 2008 triumph? A personal journal filled with mental battle strategies, championship jewelry, a historic racket, or something even more symbolic, something that represents greatness being handed down? Whatever the gift turns out to be, the timing could not be better. Alex Eala is not arriving in Melbourne as just another hopeful player chasing a decent result. She arrives transformed, armed with belief, fueled by the confidence that comes from knowing one of the greatest champions in tennis history believes in her completely. Imagine the psychological edge as she steps onto the iconic blue hard courts of Melbourne Park. With roaring fans all around and the expectations of an entire nation on her shoulders, she is no longer playing only for herself or even just for the Philippines. She is carrying Sharapova's belief with her. For a 20-year-old who was only recently broken into the top 50, that kind of validation is pure rocket fuel, the kind that turns promising talents into champions. And now it's clear why the tennis world is paying attention, why the buzz around Alex Eala has exploded, and why everyone keeps replaying what happened just last week. To truly grasp the impact of this story, you have to look at what Eala just accomplished in Auckland, New Zealand. The 2026 ASB Classic was meant to be a simple warm-up, a tune-up before the real drama in Melbourne. But Eala had other plans. She arrived with critics questioning her consistency and whether her game could handle the grind of week-to-week WTA competition. She left Auckland as world number 49, her reputation completely transformed. Her run to the semifinals was unforgettable. It started with a fierce battle against Croatian veteran Donna Vekic, a former Wimbledon semifinalist known for her power and experience. On paper, Vekic was the favorite. On court, Eala flipped the script completely. She showcased improved defense, sharper footwork, and aggressive baseline play, and didn't just beat Vekic, she dismantled her. That was not just a win, it was a message. In the quarterfinals, Eala faced Magda, Linette, a recent Australian Open semi-finalist and proven hard-court threat. Many expected Eala to slow down after her emotional upset. Instead, she delivered the best tennis of her career, crushing Linette 6-3, 6-2 in a match that barely reflected how dominant she truly was. Her forehand was firing from every angle. Her movement echoed vintage Sharapova, turning defense into instant offense. Although her run ended in a 3-set semifinal loss to Wang Xinyu, the damage was already done. Eala earned 98 ranking points, cracked the world's top 50 for the first time, and became the highest-ranked Filipino tennis player in history, male or female. Now she arrives in Melbourne not as a qualifier, not as a wild card, but as a dangerous direct entry no top seed wants to see in their section. And the drama doesn't stop there. Before the Australian Open even begins, all eyes are on the Kooyong Classic, the final tune-up event before the Slam. Traditionally relaxed, this year feels anything but.
In a twist straight out of a movie script, Alex Eala will face Donna Vekic again on Tuesday, January 13th, just days after beating her in Auckland. An instant rematch, a grudge match filled with emotion. For Vekic, it's a chance for revenge. For Eala, it's a test of mental strength. Can she beat the same experienced opponent twice in 2 weeks? Despite a star-studded Kooyong lineup featuring Alexander Zverev, Nick Kyrgios, and Alexander Bublik, this matchup is stealing the spotlight. Insiders say Eala enters the match buoyed by Sharapova's mysterious gift and carrying a quiet, unshakable confidence. If Eala wins again, the hype heading into the Australian Open will explode. And speaking of Melbourne, This tournament means more to her than most realize. In a recent interview, Eala referred to the Australian Open as her home slam. While the Philippines and Australia are oceans apart, her emotional connection to Melbourne runs deep. It's the energy, she said, the diversity, the feeling. I have so many good memories there. One of those memories came in 2020 when she lifted the junior girls doubles trophy alongside Priscilla Hahn. Now, with Sharapova's endorsement and belief behind her, Eala steps onto the biggest stage with momentum, confidence, and purpose. As the Australian Open approaches, everything feels aligned. Alex Eala is world number 49. She's coming off a breakthrough run in Auckland. She has received public praise from Maria Sharapova. She carries a mysterious gift. She faces a critical test at Kooyong, and she enters Melbourne as a dangerous, unseeded threat. The story is written. Now we watch it unfold. This is the beginning of something special. This is the Alex Eala era, and you're witnessing it right now on Champions Tennis. What do you think was inside that secret box? A lucky charm? A handwritten letter? Championship memorabilia? Share your theories below. If you're excited for Alex Eala's Australian Open journey, hit like, subscribe, and stay tuned because this story is only just beginning.